Good morning, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Here in North Jackson, Ohio, right here at the Truck World truck stop. Just spent the night here. Got up this morning, went in to get a little breakfast from this Burger King. What a joke that was. First of all, if you didn't use the kiosk, they're not going to fucking serve you. And I'll tell you what exactly Burger King this is here at Truck World. What number is that?
23534.
23534. Burger King. You should be totally embarrassed of this store because me and my wife walked in there to grab a little something to eat before we got on the road, head on to where we got to go. These two grossly overweight, obese, Orca well looking people. We stood at the counter for a good 5 minutes waiting for this fat person to waddle over just to say, call me by the wrong name. No, that's not my name. Well, have y'all used the kiosk? No, I don't work here. I'm not using the goddamn kiosk. That's like at Walmart. I don't use the self-checkout because I don't work at Walmart. You'll never catch me using a self-checkout. You'll never catch me using a kiosk. It's not that I don't know how, because I do. I'm pretty damn good with electronics, hooking shit up and figuring shit out. That's not the problem. The problem is I don't work for your corporation. When it comes to electronics, look, I got electronics right there. I got a phone in my hand. Got a TV back there. So I'm pretty damn good with electronics. I screw with electronics all the time. I'm not scared of it. I will dick with some electronics. Just for fun. I will do it. So it's not the process of using your kiosks or using your self-checkouts that I'm scared, because I'm not. All right, I'm pretty efficient with this shit. I can work it. I don't want to. I don't work for your business. Y'all work for me. When I walk through them doors, you want what's in my pocket, which is cash. You're going to get cash one way or the other. That's what you want from me. Stop with the nonsense. Stop with this, well, you're going to have to do work yourself to get stuff. No. I've done and did the work. I've earned the cash. The cash is in my pocket. If you want it out of my pocket, work for it. All right? Work for it. That's why I will not give a bum on the side of the road money at all, period. None. Zero, zilch. Because they have not worked. None. Now, if I'm sitting in a parking lot and somebody comes out and says, hey, man, what you got for me to do to earn a few bucks? Dude, I got all kinds of chrome in this truck you can polish. I will have you full-ass polishing this truck in a heartbeat, and I've done it before. And, I've gotten people to polish my wheels, my chrome, and they looked all right when they were done. I mean, it wasn't the best in the world, but hey, at least they worked for what they got. I just wasn't going to give it to them. They didn't work for free. So, and then get this. I make my order, I turn around, I go sit down, I'm away from the counter. And something was said about using the kiosk. I said, I don't work for y'all. I'm not using the kiosk. Then this big fat dude, what was it, about 30 maybe, 35?
Somewhere around there.
He was about...
wearing a shirt that was 4 sizes too small.
Yeah, he would have dressed out. All right, you hunters know what I mean by dressed out. He would have dressed out at easy 400 pounds. For you non-hunters, dressed out, that's after they cut the innards out and got all the nasty stuff away from the carcass. That's what dressed out means. He'd have dressed out at 400 pounds after the nasty stuff was gone. So when I say he was a big boy, he was a big boy. Then he starts threatening me. You got to leave. If you don't leave, you're going to regret it. Whoa, buddy. There's the door. Let's walk outside. At least I can walk outside. You can waddle outside, and we will fix this problem right now. And I said that. I said, go outside. Come on. If you think you're going to do something, do it. Or shut the fuck up. Well, you just need to leave. I said, no, you need to shut the fuck up, badass. And I just kept on with the fatness and just bashing them with their fatness. Y'all need to go on a diet. I said, instead of eating your damn product, eating up all the product, you need to go on a damn diet and lose some of that weight. I said, good Lord. I said, I'm glad you two are holding the world in place, because if y'all two lost weight, we'd probably waddle off into space. And if it wasn't for you two having a gravitational pull around the sun, oh my God. So, anyways, this Burger King, I will never stop at again. And they're not associated with Truck World, but I told the manager inside this Truck World, I said, look, I used to like stopping at Truck Worlds. I said, y'all one of my favorite stops to stop at up here in the Northeast. I said, but because of these two fat Orca whales over here, I will never stop at this Truck World again. It ain't gonna happen. And when I say I ain't gonna stop at a truck stop again, when's the last time that I fueled at a TA?
I don't remember. It's been so long.
We've been together how long?
13 years.
Have you ever seen me stop at a TA?
13 years ago.
13 years. Because they pissed me off one time. I may stop, go in and piss on them. Or if they got a restaurant up in there that I like, I may stop and eat at the restaurant. But I said I'd never fuel at a TA again. And I meant what I said. I ain't fueling their damn crumb hole stops. Anyways, it is a thirsty Thursday. I hope y'all quench y'all's thirst. Have a great day. Probably better than these two badasses up in here. And I have no respect. None for those kind of workers right there. It would have been real simple for her to walk over, tap a couple of buttons, say, okay, your order will be up in a few minutes. Y'all have a seat. Boom, done, over with. Just that quick. Nope. They wanted to make a friggin' big deal out of it. Well, they just didn't know who they was talking about. Sarah, you need to calm down. You need to shut your fat mouth. That's all there is to it. I'll do something about it. Bring your fat ass on. Do something about it, fat boy. I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't care if you're 500 pounds or 50 pounds. You start threatening me, I'm going to kick up on that ass. I ain't scared of you. So, and I will get on these fucking platforms right here and I'll run my mouth about you. If Fat Boy would have had a name tag, well, it'd probably been the size of a billboard as big as that fat sumbitch was. So you could have easily read his name tag. Because like I said, 400-pound dressed out, fat son of a bitch, and she wasn't far behind him. So I'll say they ain't never heard of nothing called Ozempic. They ain't never heard of nothing called, no, I don't want that. That's been put in front of them. They scarfed that shit down. I guarantee it. They was some fat some bitches up in there. But like I said, Burger King, be ashamed of this store, because it really, be ashamed. You lost money this morning because of two fat asses not wanting to do a job. You lost customers because of one fat ass running his mouth and threatening me.
And other customers heard and they left.
Other customers was walking out because of the confrontation, because your employees was up in there running their mouth. And it didn't take a rocket scientist, because I said straight up, I told them, I'm not using your kiosk. I don't work here. And the other customers was like, well, we don't neither. I said, well, you don't use that damn kiosk, you probably ain't get served. So that was like, oh, fuck this, we're leaving. So I would be ashamed of this store. I really would, Burger King. You need to send somebody over here and take a look at what you got going on, because what you got going on sucks. And y'all know how to get in touch with people on these. If you want to make this right, you can make it right. Which, with this store, you ain't going to make it right. I ain't. Now, I might go back to Burger King later on, because I do like Burger King Whoppers.
Not this one.
But not this one. So, y'all have a great day. Have a thirsty Thursday and enjoy yourself. And I hope these two fat motherfuckers find those Ozempics, because they definitely need it. Peace out.